the Harvest of Souls. Every year, the small, isolated village of Ashcroft holds an unusual, lavish festival known only as the Harvest. Outsiders are always drawn to its charm. The twinkling lights, the smell of fresh bread, the sound of music and laughter echoing through the streets. But there's one rule that all newcomers must follow. Never ask too many questions. It's a tradition, after all, passed down through generations. One that the villagers cherish and outsiders can't help but find intriguing. However, there's something unsettling about the village. Visitors from nearby towns speak in hushed tones, warning anyone who will listen to stay away. But the stories are vague, whispers of strange disappearances and odd customs. The old-timers speak of the festival with both reverence and fear, as though they know that every year, someone pays a price for the prosperity the town enjoys. The villagers, though, remain tight-lipped about the matter, insisting only that the festival is something special. The charm of the festival draws travelers to Ashcroft, but they're often too mesmerized by its beauty to notice the chilling undertone beneath the revelry. Lena, a young journalist hungry for a breakthrough story, hears rumors about the village's mysterious festival. Her editor assigns her to cover it, thinking it's nothing more than an eccentric local tradition. Unaware of the sinister undertones, Lena arrives in Ashcroft, excited for the experience and eager to write about the quaint customs of a remote village. From the moment she steps foot in the village, however, she senses something is off. The streets are alive with activity as families and children prepare for the festivities. The air smells of fresh pastries and wood smoke, while vibrant decorations drape the town. The villagers smile warmly, offering her food and drinks, welcoming her with open arms, almost too eagerly. The hospitality feels forced, as though they are playing a role. Lena feels a growing sense of unease, as if she is a spectator in a play, rather than a welcomed guest. That evening, the town square fills with the sounds of a live band, a feast laid out on long wooden tables, and laughter that echoes off the surrounding hills. The night sky above is full of stars, but Lena can't shake the feeling that something is waiting in the shadows. After a few glasses of wine and several plates of food, Lena strikes up a conversation with a local woman, Maeve, who seems eager to share her town's history. But when Lena brings up the mysterious Harvest Festival, Maeve's demeanor changes. She becomes distant, her smile fading. She looks around as if searching for someone before leaning in close. "You mustn't ask too many questions, dear," Maeve whispers, her voice laced with fear. "The harvest is not what you think." Lena brushes it off as superstition and presses on, but Maeve's warning lingers in her mind. That night, as Lena walks back to her inn, she notices something strange. There are no other travelers in town. Everyone she meets seems to have been born here. No outsiders are staying at the inn, and no one else has been seen walking the streets besides the villagers. The next day, Lena's suspicions grow when she notices that a few people at the festival have simply vanished. Their belongings are left behind. Plates half-eaten, jackets still draped over chairs, but the people themselves are gone. She tries to ask the villagers about it, but they respond with vague answers and uncomfortable smiles. The disappearances are never directly addressed, only dismissed with feigned indifference. Curiosity gnaws at Lena, but she's determined to get to the bottom of it. That evening, she sneaks into a local tavern to speak with some of the older residents. She finds a table with a pair of elderly men, both of whom are drinking and murmuring about the upcoming ritual. One of the men, Aaron, seems a little too tipsy to notice Lena eavesdropping. "The harvest will be perfect this year," Aaron says, slurring his words. "The sacrifice is already chosen." His companion nods, but when Lena leans closer to listen, they abruptly stop talking. They glare at her, their eyes empty and hard. "What are you trying to uncover?" the other man asks, his voice low. "Some things are best left alone, miss. Some things are always left in the dark." Lena's heart pounds as she realizes that whatever happens at the festival, the villagers are not as innocent as they appear. She leaves the tavern feeling the weight of something ancient and unspoken hanging over her. The next night, Lena decides to follow the villagers, hoping to uncover the truth about the festival's dark origins. She trails them as they gather in the town square for the final night of the harvest. The town is alive with excitement, but a sense of dread hangs thick in the air. She notices that the villagers seem to be moving with an eerie synchronization, as though they are all preparing for something only they know. Then, she sees it, the altar. Hidden from view earlier, now it stands in the center of the town square, draped with dark cloths and surrounded by hundreds of flickering candles. The air grows heavier as the moon rises above the village, casting an eerie glow on the scene. There's a chilling stillness to the crowd, and Lena realizes that the joyous atmosphere she had once felt was an illusion. This was not a celebration. This was something much darker. Lena steps closer, her curiosity outweighing her fear, but then she notices something that makes her blood run cold. The villagers aren't alone. There, standing among them, is the chosen one, a stranger, a traveler, whose wide, panicked eyes reveal that they, too, have realized something is terribly wrong. Before Lena can react, a sharp pain rips through her chest. She looks down to see a cold hand on her shoulder. Maeve stands behind her, her face transformed, no longer warm or kind, but hard and emotionless. "You should have left when you had the chance," Maeve says coldly, her eyes glinting with something predatory. Lena tries to break free, but the crowd is upon her. She's pulled toward the altar, where the elders stand, their eyes glowing with a strange light. The harvest is not a celebration, not a festival. It is a sacrifice, and she is the chosen offering. The ritual begins as Lena struggles, her heart pounding in terror. The air grows thick, the earth beneath her trembling as if it, too, is alive. The villagers chant in a language that seems to twist the air around them, their voices growing louder, more insistent. She realizes that the dark force they worship has been feeding on their sacrifices for centuries, ensuring the prosperity of the village, but at a cost. Every year, one outsider is chosen to become part of the earth, their soul consumed by the land. But as the ritual intensifies, the earth itself begins to roar in hunger. The crops surrounding the village tremble, their roots breaking through the soil, their stalks twisting like monstrous limbs. The sacrifice isn't just about one soul, it is about the entire village. As the ground cracks open and the shadow rises, it becomes clear. The entity they've worshipped is hungry for more. It has grown tired of just one soul. It wants all of them. Lena, in her final moments, watches in horror as the villagers, the very people she thought were part of her story, are consumed by the earth itself. The darkness claims everything, the crops, the homes, the souls. In a final, horrifying twist, Lena is not just a sacrifice. She is part of the harvest, her soul bound to the land forever. The village of Ashcroft is wiped from existence, leaving no trace of its once charming festival. The only sign of life is a faint whisper on the wind, the voice of the sacrificed, crying out in the dark as the harvest continues.